What is up, YTPC? Bearded Tamper here. Um, so just heard something pretty cool from another presenter, Ford Smoking Pipes. That dude's great. I love listening to him. He's got a great voice, great southern drawl, good content. Love your stuff, Ford. Anyway, Freehand Friday. Got the freehand, back to gray bow, shine the pipe all up, or the stem up. But yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful pipe. Beautiful grain. This is the one my wife got for me down in Texas. Freehand Friday in the shop. He said he was gonna smoke a pipe and drink a cup of coffee, and I thought I'd do the same. Delicious. Got some Dunkin' Donuts Colombian in here. This is my grandpa was a barber. You know, 100 years ago. 100 years ago, but I don't know exactly when, but you know, it's 60s, 70s, 80s, on down, on up, whatever, whichever way you want to go. And he had a gumball machine, and when he ordered, you know, a bag of gumballs, they would give him a coffee cup. And this is, doesn't say anything on the bottom, but this is one of them. I had four of them. I think this one and another one's the only one that's left. They all broke. But I love it. Perfect amount. The coffee doesn't get cold before it's gone. Of course, I drink coffee pretty quick anyway, so. Some good Colombian coffee on Freehand Friday with some Old Joe Krantz. That's where it's at, man. I'm looking at the screen. I don't know if you guys can tell. Whatever. So in the shop, getting the pegboard wall set up, getting things going here. Got things sprawled out here. So just kind of starting to get things set up. It's in the garage, so you know it's a big kind of. You know, it's not a single door. It's a single door, but it's the big, you know, you could have two cars in here kind of thing. So that's just kind of a trip around the garage real quick. I didn't really plan on doing that, but there's a table saw. This table saw is a beast. You know, it's an old Craftsman. I don't know if you can see that. It's not one of the new ones, you know. It's an older one. It's got the old motor on, and you adjust it. You know, adjust the motor up and down as you raise the blade up and down. When you kick it on, you know, it's like an induction motor. When you kick it on, it boom, lights dim, and it's a good saw. I love that saw. Freehand Friday, that's kind of all I really wanted to say. Play around with the, it's not really a selfie stick. It's a boom, you know, for a microphone, a mic boom, like for a podcast. That's what I use when I'm out on a lunt. Guess I'm lunting in the shop. I'm about to dig into this pegboard. So I raised up my my workbench. Bought a workbench from work. I was getting rid of the benching system that we have at work, and I raised it up, but I raised it up too high. I like the working height. I'm a tall guy. I'm a big guy, 6'3", but I like the working height, but it's too deep. Like this is, I don't know. This is as far as I can go, you know, comfortably. I can maneuver my way up to it. But for the pegboard. So either cut the table. Let me try to cut the table, you know, down a little bit, or raise it down. Lower it. I think I'm going to lower it down just a couple more inches. I don't want to lose any depth of it because I plan on kind of putting, you know, a couple things back here, and I want as much working area as I can get. My thoughts. It's coming together. I mean, it's a mess now. It was cleaned up the other day, but as I get, you know, I threw some a little cabinet up. All I had was the front, you know, 2 doors, and had some scrap wood sitting around, so I built a cabinet and get some shelves up. But just the way things are set up, it's not really set up for a shop. You know how they got 2 windows kind of there. I would rather have the shelving space or places for other cabinets. And then of course you got the garage door wall, which we don't use the garage door, obviously. We don't park cars in here. I mean, I raise it up and down, but that's wasted space as far as a wall goes. I can't do anything with that except for set stuff in front of it and move it every time. But I've got a lot of things on wheels, like that table back there is on wheels. I can move it around. I'm about to put my bandsaw on wheels, and I've got the drill press on wheels. The drill press is on wheels, but it doesn't have locking wheels, you know, because I mean you're only going up and down. But the bandsaw, I've got 2 stationary wheels that I'm going to put on, and then you know, on the front 2 swivel wheels that have a lock on it. That's the way that table's set up. That table doesn't have 2 stationary wheels. They're all 4 swiveling, but only 2 are locking. It's to where, like, if you try to push it straight, it kind of goes off to the side or whatever. I wish I had stationary wheels on it, but I inherited it, so I'm not complaining. With 2 stationary wheels and, you know, 2 swiveling wheels, you can drive it, so to speak. So I have another table under. Yeah, that looks terrible. I mean, it doesn't. It just now started looking like that. Ooh, check out that sweet wooden ladder. Got that for $15 at like an antique, not an antique, but whatever, a rummage. What do you call it? There's a word for it. Where there's just a bunch of, the guy goes to estate sales and buys just a bunch of, you know, he'll like buy the whole house and then the contents of the house and then sell it. But gave $15 for that. That's a nice wooden ladder too. But anyway, I got another workbench underneath, you know, that right there. You can kind of see it. It's buried. It doesn't always look like this, but it does now. So, and I'm showing it to you. This is me. This is bearded raw, man. Whatever. All right. Got a couple. We like the wooden ladders. Got a wooden ladder there. Oh man, look at that. Look at that. Love my country. Love my country. So that's that. Yeah, and then there's the back side of the fireplace. We got an insert inside. So I think I'm gonna, like, you know, have two vertical boards up there, and then I can run some horizontal boards and hang stuff from that. That's kind of what those are sitting there. So getting it, coming together. All right, YouTube, enjoy the Freehand Friday. Have a cup of hot coffee, tea, soda pop, water, whatever your beverage is of choice, and enjoy it. Enjoy life, man. It's the only one we get. All right, take care.